I wanted to be explaining why I've been gone for so long. It's mostly my fault, but there was definitely a few months where like I couldn't stream. I had like bad health problems pop up back to back. I'm gonna just quickly explain like roughly what happened, then I'll go into more detail if you want to stick around for that. Around August, I was already getting hella burnt out from streaming and playing Rocket League, and at the end of that month, I ended up doing a sleep study, and I waited 4 days at the hospital, which was when I completely stopped streaming and doing anything content related. September and October, I got an ear infection back to back, but like that wasn't stopping me from streaming at all. Oh boy, once November came around, the back of my head got like infected, and I started having different health problems come up back to back for a few months. All right, well, I'm gonna go into detail now. Beginning in 2024, I stopped receiving supplies for a machine that I used while sleeping. Because I was having horrible sleep, I had a blood test which showed my organs were being strained. And if I left it unchecked, it could have led to more serious health problems, which isn't good since I already got shit going on. The quickest way for me to fix this shit was to have a sleep study done to be able to change companies to get new supplies. But the only problem was they never told me I was going to be staying at the hospital for a few days, gambling on someone else canceling their appointment. I ended up waiting 4 days at the hospital, which kind of just killed my already dying routine of streaming and playing Rocket League. I kind of feel like having horrible sleep and feeling like shit because of it played like a big role in me not streaming much from like 2024 to like mid October, but like it could just be copium for me slowing down a lot. But he September and October, I got an ear infection back to back. I even went to my doctor to see like what was going on, but I never ended up finding anything. I think it was probably me using the shitty supplies for almost a year that was causing my ear infections. But who the fuck knows? I ain't no doctor. After that, literally November 1st, I went to the hospital because a bump on the back of my head that I've had since I was 7 years old randomly got really red and swollen. They ended up telling me that it was infected, but it was only surface level, so I didn't need surgery at the time. They had me on different strong antibiotics for the whole month, but nothing was working. I was in constant pain, and my pain would sometimes randomly spike up to an 8 out of 10, which is pretty high for me because I have high pain tolerance. This shit was hurting and throbbing so bad that I wasn't even able to sleep in my bed. It was so infected that it was draining bacteria on its own. On top of that, I wasn't eating well because of the strong ass medicine, and I also wasn't in the best mindset. I don't think I was like depressed, but like I was just like hella anxious and like annoyed because with the way my disability works, I shouldn't have been having shit like that happen. Yeah, I don't get depressed over shit like this. 'Cause, like I've been dealing with like random shit here and there since I was like literally like 3 years old or two. It's like whatever happens, happens, man. All right, since none of the medicine was working, they told me to go to the emergency, which was when they did surgery to get rid of the infection. Then they released me without any pain medicine or antibiotics, and they left the wound open on purpose to let it drain for a few more days. I didn't care that they sent me home without any pain medication. 'Cause, like the pain was a lot less than how it was before the surgery. But I definitely wanted antibiotic because based off my medical history, I knew that this shit was probably gonna try to come back. And yup, I was correct. It started draining again, but nowhere near like last time. I wasn't able to get any antibiotics until 1 week after my surgery when I got a checkup with my specialist doctor. He was even a little confused why they didn't release me with antibiotics. He ended up giving me antibiotics for the rest of December, which was another month of not eating well because of the medicine. My surgery wound is still healing, and I'm still not sleeping in my bed because it feels a little uncomfortable laying directly on it. Then January, as I was starting to heal, I got a really bad cough called bronchitis, and that meant I had to take more medicine that screws with my eating. The bronchitis was causing my oxygen to go below 90, which means you normally have to go to the hospital. But since I have equipment at home, I was able to use that to help me keep my oxygen above 90. I dealt with bronchitis for about 2 weeks. Then in February, as I was trying to unrust in Rocket League, I was in the middle of a match with trouble, and my wrist and like thumb like pop and give out and it started hurting so fucking bad. Like a different time whenever I sprained my arm. I literally didn't even have any strength to push the joystick, and even if I did try to move my thumb and wrist, it hurt so fucking bad. I couldn't even play any games for 2 weeks, even if I wanted to, because of how bad it hurt. I did end up going to my hand specialist, but they told me they didn't know what was wrong with it and that it wasn't sprained. They even told me your hands and joints are so messed up that we have no idea how they're supposed to be in the first place because we can't compare it to a normal hand because they always been disfigured. He even gave me like an example where he asked me if my thumb has always been in that position. I told him yes, and he was like, yeah, for us, your thumb is completely dislocated, but it seems like you've been fine with it ever since you were little. After that, in March, the infection on the back of my head started to like kind of come back, so they gave me antibiotics for another week. Yeah, I just kind of dealt with shit those couple months back to back, which was very unfortunate and annoying. But we're chilling now. I mean, the back of my head is still healing even to this day and like slowly closing. But yeah, that's pretty much everything. I am planning to come back to doing content again, but I don't think I'll be streaming as much as I used to. I'm mainly gonna focus on like uploading and stuff. But I'm also kind of still having like cam problems where they start to hurt really bad and give out. So I have to take like quite frequent bit breaks. I mean, it's anyways overall better to like upload more than stream, especially for growing. If you made it this far, thank you very much. I greatly appreciate it, and I have been messaging a few people, and I appreciate them as well for checking up on me. Have a good rest of your day/night, and sorry for being inactive. Peace. Have a good one.